The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the EIF Intercontinental Championship. Introducing first, he is the challenger from Detroit, Michigan, representing the King of Swing, Cesaro. This is Midnight May 5. And it should be mentioned here as we return to Superstars Reborn live on the EIF network that there is actually a sixth round for the EIF draft, and that is because I forgot Deathlock. For some reason, I thought Deathlock had a pick. I'm just used to him having it. Deathlock is in his own class. I kind of felt like I was forgetting somebody. Anyway, though, Deathlock, I just hit the random button on one time, and Deathlock is going from one legend to the next. He is Bret the Hitman Hart for next half.
That's really good.
So a different pick. He does have a submission, and it's a sharpshooter nonetheless. That's a move that he'll have to watch out for tonight, as his opponent could be looking to make him submit to the sharpshooter. It's The Rock's signature, but it is Cesaro's finisher. And speaking of The Rock, let's get set as Midnight prepares for his opponent. Introducing his opponent from West Virginia, representing The Rock. He is the current reigning and defending EIF Intercontinental Champion, Deathlock. So Deathlock, you see, representing a different Intercontinental title from what we've seen in the past. Not the white strap, he's got the yellow strap, and he's Nation of Domination Rock. Deathlock in his last match as The Rock. We know that for sure because The Rock was swiped up by Aaron in the first round of this draft. Now, Deathlock, though, still getting, I'd say, a pretty good name at Bret Hart, as late as it was. And, of course, guys, this is our second of 3 championship matches tonight. You could call it our pre-main event. It's our 8th overall match. Like I said, stockpiling matches tonight. A lot of quick matches, though, if you guys noticed. But this one could go a little bit more distant. So, again, that Intercontinental Championship is the prize. A pivotal one for sure. And also for those that are chatting in our Twitch chat, obviously when we cut to break, there was some controversy involving the match between Prof and Pepsi. Ultimately, we have came to a decision that, based on where the finisher count was in the overall match, although it may not be entirely correct, we do believe, in our opinion, Pepsi is deserving of the victory, and so that is where it stands. Also, in other breaking news, it was first reported by the man himself. James Arkoffel is the first superstar in this half to enact a free agent pick, as he has decided to jump ships immediately. That puts Neville back on the free agents, guys. If you have a free agent pick, Neville has 5 reversals. EBAMS, are you confirming that? All right, never mind. Neville is taken off. EBAMS is the second person to use his free agent pick. And so Neville now belongs to EBAMS. Victor is now a free agent. James Arkoffel is now Shawn Michaels. Also, guys, the match is up, so go ahead and join, please. Midnight, Deathlock, and Ratlock.
EBAMS is not the smartest. You know this.
So EBAMS does have to worry about the fact that it is a diving finisher. That may be somewhat difficult for EBAMS. However, it is a character with 5 reversals, so that is something to look out for. That might be able to help BAMS. And BAMS obviously feeling very bold right now, especially after a very convincing win over Killer Pac. I heard EBAMS yell, "Yes!" for the first time since his mom said they were going to McDonald's earlier this week. Very exciting time for the life of EBAMS. All right, network error to Deathlock, so he'll be temporarily delayed. Midnight, when's the last time you've been this deep into a pay-per-view? It's got to feel good. No problem. There was rumors you guys were going to be early in the card, too. It was definitely a different look to tonight's Superstars Reborn. And certainly some surprises tonight. Still with 2 matches to go. This and, of course, our Hell in a Cell main event. Very exciting match. I know people are looking forward to it. Easily the most looked forward to match of the night. I think many would agree. But this one, I would say a very close second. That's why it sits as the pre-main event. We ask that both Midnight and Deathlock make sure their streams are down and they're ready to go here. In the last match, which featured a BFG rematch, Pepsi, who won the BFG, also won that match. Midnight Mayfire is hoping that history remains on his side. I'll hop in first. Sting and Rick the Dragon Steamboat, 2 old farts. You never fought me. I apologize for the noises. Deathlock having to be careful here that he doesn't do something that doesn't want to get disqualified here. The title does change hands on disqualification. Midnight Mayfire, though, doing a good job of standing firm, not letting any mind games get in from Deathlock. Deathlock wants to get right at it. You know Deathlock has got to be thinking that BFG match is not in the back of Deathlock's mind. It is front and center. Cannot get over that, and he is going to look to take out his anger in this championship match. Here we go. Ready, guys? Midnight, are you ready? I heard Deathlock already say, yeah. Ding, ding, ding. And Deathlock starting the match with an Irish whip, putting Midnight right back into his corner. And Midnight going to give him a right forearm to the face and a beautiful drop kick. It just had everything but the execution. Shout out to Executioner. And now People's Punches delivered from Deathlock. Executioner now Sami Zayn in EIF. So it's a really interesting time, obviously, Superstars Reborn and this draft giving people an opportunity to turn a corner depending on where their character lies in terms of the skill range, overall range, reversal range, and a lot of guys getting some big upgrades. So it's going to be interesting to see how this half, the latter half of 2K16 works out for those guys. Midnight Mayfire isn't working out so well right now for him. The Intercontinental Champion in full control. Jumper Magnum in our only championship match thus far tonight lost his championship, ending a near 2-month United States title reign to Untamed Legend, who won his first championship other than the X Division. It was his first Superstardom branded title, and obviously congrats to Untamed, who is now John Cena to represent that. Just around this time last year, John Cena was the U.S. champion of WWE. Deathlock picking up Midnight Mayfire. People's Punch is delayed by a little bit of lag. The second and third one do not follow in that category. And Midnight Mayfire cannot get on the offense. It's been really a theme to the majority of these one-on-ones tonight, if not all of them. Single leg breaker connecting for the champ. Jumper Magnum, of course, moving on to bigger and better things. It was announced earlier he will compete in the Collision Course main event for the Undisputed Superstardom Championship. Deathlock with a knee to the groin of Midnight Mayfire, and he's going to do it again. And again. Punishing his Deathlock. Now signature. Deathlock feeling bold here. Sharpshooter locked in. Midnight Mayfire could get to the ropes. Deathlock obviously had to be careful there. They didn't submit Midnight because all this work could have been for nothing. Disqualification off of, not that submission is against the rules here on Superstardom, but submitting off a signature is. Single leg takedown again for Deathlock. Dominating this matchup. Absolute dominance. An abdominal stretch. Writhing. Midnight Mayfire. Oh, I thought first the referee actually called the stop to the match. That would not have been good for Deathlock. Lower press, Midnight Mayfire trying to do whatever he can offensively, but Deathlock quickly stopping it. Big clothesline. Midnight Mayfire should have made the decision to start reversing earlier. Now he's got Deathlock with a finisher in hand. And Deathlock smacking the face of Midnight on that canvas. And a stomp to the arm as well. I don't know if I'm allowed to ask this, but does Rock 03 have Move Thief? I feel like he would, given that the amount of times he did the Stone Cold Stunner. But either way, Midnight Mayfire with a reverse fireman's carry. Down to one reversal is Midnight. Deathlock nearly getting his third one back. I think he sensed that. He's almost there, so I don't think he's going to use a reversal yet. I could be wrong, though. I was not. Backbreaker connects. Deathlock has his third reversal back. And he uses it. Oh, a little bit of lag. I was thinking Deathlock was going to take advantage. He elects not to. Deathlock can be a fair guy. Very credible superstar in his 3 years here in EIF. And now the sharpshooter signature. Again locked in. So Midnight Mayfire's. Okay, so it was confirmed. So the Rock does have Move Thief. Midnight Mayfire, after hearing that, ironically, Deathlock went for a finisher. Midnight got a reversal on it. Belly to belly connects. And just like that, things can turn. One taunt for Midnight. Axe handle connects. Deathlock still in green. We already have had 2 green bars tonight. Or was I wrong? Did EBAM's not green? I'm pretty sure EBAM's green bar killer pack. EBAM certainly remembers that. Knee to the face. Deathlock is still in green by a smidgen. He's still in green. Calm down that knee. But he is out of green. Deathlock is out of green. Second taunt for Midnight Mayfire. Does not get a finisher from it. And now they stare down. Very European uppercut signature. And we talk about the boldness of Deathlock going for the signatures. Well, there's Midnight Mayfire going for it too. Deathlock has got to protect. Remember, Midnight has a submission sharpshooter. It's just like the one Deathlock's been using, except it is a finisher. I don't think we could be seeing the people's elbow, could we? No. Kick to the lower back. That's a move we don't see too often, but hey, wait a minute. We could be thinking rock bottom time, baby. No, but he got Midnight to believe it was going to be. And Midnight went for the finisher, and Deathlock reversed it. Chop, missing, Deathlock, punch reversal, Deathlock out of reversals. And rock bottom reversed. So Midnight does not have stamina, so that is the con here, but they're both out of reversals now. He's telling Deathlock what to do next. Still a 0-0 finisher count. Midnight's at least got one free more move, and he does it. He saved up his stamina for the very European uppercut. He does not have the stamina in time, though, to hit that finisher before Deathlock regains a reversal. And Deathlock using the reversal. Deathlock, Irish whip, and look at Deathlock, very smart move. He tried to take Midnight down. Midnight with a reversal, getting in the ring. Does he have the stamina? He does. The first finisher of the match belongs to the challenger. Neutralizer connects. Do we have a new Intercontinental Champion? Deathlock rolls over and says, go for the pin. Midnight says, thank you. 1, 2, and Deathlock with the shoulder up. Midnight Mayfire scouting the competition. Remember, Midnight doesn't have a reversal right now until now. Deathlock, Irish whip, Midnight Mayfire brought back, knee to the ribs connect. Now, I will say, and I'm not sure if Deathlock will consider this respectable or not, Midnight did not go for the submission. So Deathlock may look to return the favor of not using the Move Thief of the sharpshooter. But we'll see. Time will be to tell, and of course, desperate times can sometimes call for desperate measures. I don't know that either of these men are necessarily at that point just yet. Deathlock yet again going to try and wake up Midnight for the rock bottom, and Midnight does have a second reversal back. I think he was trying to wait for that. So it's a 1-0 finisher count in favor of the challenger. Deathlock looking to put aside the questions of is Midnight truly better than me. Midnight used a reversal and a play to chop, stopped by Deathlock. Deathlock stopped by Midnight. Midnight out of reversals. And Midnight to the apron. Into the outside. One reversal left for Deathlock, none for Midnight. And Deathlock now critiquing Midnight Mayfire. They're talking, we can't hear it, or well, I can hear it, you folks cannot. This is Deathlock's first legitimate taunt. That is his second. And Midnight Mayfire Oh, Midnight went early, and now Deathlock will escape. Anything you can do, I can do better. 3 taunts for Midnight, 3 taunts for Deathlock. Clean entry not really given, but it sort of worked, I guess. And now Deathlock with the right hand, stopped by Midnight. Out of reversals is Midnight Mayfire. Dropkick stopped. And this is green light city for Deathlock. But he's going to go for the... Oh, are we going to see it? Deathlock with a Spine Buster. Is there a chance we might see it? Deathlock dropping down to a knee. Come on. We want to see it. And so we will. The most electrifying move in all of sports entertainment. Deathlock is completely off base with it, but either way, here we go. Off one rope, off the other rope. People's elbow connects from the champion. And this could be it. Hooking the leg of Midnight Mayfire. 1, 2, and Midnight powering out of it. We're an hour and a half away from Midnight, but he's hoping that his time will be much sooner than that. Deathlock with 3 straight right hands. And a belly-to-belly slam connecting. 1-1 finisher count. Deathlock with a finisher in possession. People's elbow, man. When are you going to see that again? You got to appreciate Deathlock giving some love here to the EIF universe. But we could be seeing the rock bottom next. People's punches, that delayed reaction had Midnight wanting to swing. So Midnight does go early. Deathlock with a reversal. Midnight claims something else occurred. Midnight brought to his feet. Deathlock. Backbreaker connects. And you guys consistently seeing as Midnight using, I believe, his first ring escape. Both these guys really exhausted. You can see by the characters constantly dropping down to a knee. Just really one of these grueling matches. It's been a very entertaining one at that. So, of course, our last one-on-one of the evening. We've had a platoon of those tonight. Midnight cleanly allowed in from Deathlock. Deathlock basically doing a verbal version of saying, hey, remember that. Forearm and then an uppercut. It wouldn't be Cesaro without them. Deathlock with a reversal. And Deathlock backing up. Deathlock, hold up. All right, go ahead. Deathlock had waited too long. Could have been a lag issue and a running, very European uppercut. Cesaro stomp to follow. And a neck breaker. Midnight Mayfire all of a sudden with a couple of combos. Looks like a Killer Instinct character. And now he's got a signature. He gets Deathlock to use the auto reversal. And a Spine Buster connects for Deathlock. Will we see it again? I doubt it. And I think for good reason. Midnight, though, has 3 reversals. Make it 2. Uppercut connects for Midnight Mayfire. And if you're Deathlock, you got to be conservative now. It's a 2-2 reversal, 1-1 finisher count. But again, you know, you don't want to use these reversals early given where Midnight's at. Maybe if he's at 20, 50%, whatever, something like that, you do. Midnight, notice, does not allow clean entry. Call it scummy, call it whatever you want. Deathlock gave it to him. Midnight not returning the favor. In fact, he's going to do him one better. Neutralizer again. And a 2-1 finisher count. Hooks the leg. Shoulders down. 1, 2. And no! Deathlock got the shoulder up. And Deathlock maybe shifting gears now after what Midnight just did. A very heelish maneuver by Midnight Mayfire. And perhaps we talk about the desperate times call for desperate measures. Perhaps Midnight just a little bit more desperate than the Intercontinental Champion is right now. 4th taunt for Midnight Mayfire. I believe you're at 3. If I'm correct, for those that are watching, if someone could let me know, preferably someone in the party, I believe it is 4 3 taunts for Midnight, 2-1 finisher count for Midnight. Okay. All right, cool. So I'm being told I'm right. And Deathlock, rock bottom to Midnight Mayfire. Hooks the leg. 1, 2, and Deathlock retains the Intercontinental Championship. Well, Midnight Mayfire trying to pull out all the stops and then a heelish move. He goes for that finisher. Bold attempt. Deathlock remembers it, rock bottoms him down, and retains the championship. But a very entertaining match, perhaps the match of the night. But there is still one more match to go. And so we are heading over to entrances. It is time for our main event of the evening. But what a match that was. And so, guys, again, it is time for our main event. Two superstars who are not used to the spotlight are given the grandest stage. It is their main events, their first booked main event in EIF. They are going up against a veteran who has been parts of main events on just about anywhere, including EIF WrestleMania. And it is for the undisputed Superstardom Championship. A triple threat Hell in a Cell match, and it is our main event of the evening for the undisputed Superstardom Championship. Introducing first from Florida, representing John Cena, this is James R. Cuffo. So it is now time for our main event of the evening. We have seen the stage, we have seen the arena, Hell in a Cell. It's been used all night long in all normal matches, but we used that arena for the same reason we did 2 years ago on Superstars Reborn, and that is because throughout the night, throughout the first 8 matches, hovering high above the ring is an unforgiving prison, a steel structure that you can now see is lower in the ring than at any point it was earlier tonight. And it is about to be lowered on 3 superstars who are competing in the biggest match of their careers. At least 2 can say that. Of course, this man coming up here, James now in his second official World Championship match. This one was the first one he was ever scheduled for. This next man, World Championship match number 1. And it is a beast who will be fighting for it. Introducing the second challenger, representing Brock Lesnar from Michigan, this is NBC Master. And so NBC Master with the opportunity as the Beast, Brock Lesnar, to do what he has been wanting to do. There has been so much praise about MBC pretty much since the start of 2K16. This is a superstar that he is retaining the rights to for the second half, and it is a superstar that got him on notice. Last year, it was Legend Killer DDB with the Beast Brock Lesnar. You couldn't find a better replacement than MBC Master, and Master is looking to dominate and conquer this matchup, as well as the Superstardom division, looking to take it by storm and win his first main event championship. I spoke to Master earlier this evening, or actually, in fact, earlier today, just about probably close to 9 hours ago. Master was nervous then. I'm sure those nerves are beginning to settle in even heavier. Two challengers, very hungry, but their opponent, a man that has known this situation, known the main event all too well. He leads the league in matches played among any superstar that's ever competed here, approaching the 600 match mark. It's time to play the game. Introducing their opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, representing the game, Triple H. He is the current reigning and defending EIF Undisputed Superstardom Champion, DZ. DZ has main evented pay-per-views. He has won championships at main events of pay-per-views. He has retained championships in the main events of pay-per-views. He has main evented SummerSlam. He has main evented WrestleMania. DZ has done all in his career. James and NBC are mere rookies compared to this superstar. How will they fare in a matchup like this? A Hell in a Cell hovering over them in the background of DZ's entrance. And this match, this pay-per-view, and the brand of superstardom in itself are about to take a huge step. Again, as we had said, this match easily the most looked forward to match of the night. Some people just now tuning in that wanted to just see this match. The hype is there, and one of these three superstars is going to leave this Hell in a Cell and Superstars Reborn tonight on May 14th of 2016 as the champion of this brand. You guys can see the top prize in Superstardom on the line, the structure having lowered down. It is time for these three to compete. As we are getting set, we will be switching streams one final time, folks. When we come back on the stream after this break, it is the Hell in a Cell main event you have been waiting for. One more match, one that will be worth remembering here at Superstars Reborn.